Now what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil, doesn't make up.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning I wanna turn on this Becky quick. While the average man looking at this sad life. She fine as I'm over here looking at tails and whips like 5-6. I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want a stock pick. I know that booty got dry, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot keys. Strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater, Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounces. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thought, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, open up some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watching them can make profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETFs, making profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them can make profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, she pull the trigger and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them can make profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETFs. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? Hey, make profits. Hey, Shug, Mike, what we doing, dog? Hey, make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? Hey, make profits. That TTG money gang, making profits. We some snipers.
Hey you, what's up folks? What's going on? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. My name is Michael Edward Parinati. I go by Michael Edward. I'm the co-founder and the head trader at True Trading Group. In case you guys didn't know, we are a Benzinga Chairman's Award recipient for best AI analysis tool. We actually just recently won that award just the other week at the Benzinga FinTech Awards. So it was a really nice honor. And Joe, if we've got those images, we can share it. There it is. There's the Benzinga FinTech Awards. I'm going to ride this for a little while. You guys have seen me talk about this for the last couple of live streams. I'm going to keep doing it because it's a big deal. There's a lot of different companies out there that are trying to create these AI analysis tools. None of them can match up to the AI tool that we have created here at True Trading Group. And there it is, the Chairman's Award for Best AI Analysis Tool. But we are also the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational platform that combines university level trading and investing courses with premium stock market tools, live workshops, individual mentorship and coaching for stocks, options, crypto, and futures. We day trade, we swing trade. We also cover long-term investing. There's literally something for everybody here at True Trading Group. If you're wondering why I should listen to anything it is that I discuss on this live stream and on this YouTube channel, it's not because I think I'm the world's greatest trader. It's because I did not figure this stuff out on my own. I began my trading career working at T3 Alpha Fund in New York City, my first job out of college, where they had me go through a training program before they let me touch $1 of the fund's money. And then 2008 happened, and that was the Great Recession, the big stock market crash, but also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now you fast forward, I'm the co-founder and head trader at TTG, along with my team of 8 other professional full-time trading mods and over 30-person staff. We've helped thousands of members from all over the world reach their goals. We have over 10,000 members in over 100 different countries across the globe. The moderators and I collectively as a group have been able to maintain a cumulative win rate on all of our executions of just around 80% now, going on roughly the last 5 years. We upload our trading activity directly to the TTC website after each day. It has every single transaction, every buy, every sell, every take profit, every stop out, every green, red, break even trade, all there for you guys to see. We're fully transparent. We are an open book here at TTG. So if you guys are ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, you come to the right place. 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, we go live on this channel. But myself, other mods, and special guests will drop golden nuggets and give you free lessons, education, trade ideas, and commentary to help you guys become better traders. So let's take things back on over to the markets as we made fresh new all-time highs today. Yes, we did. Fresh new all-time highs today. You know, it's funny. You want to know why it's funny? Because I came on this live stream literally exactly 1 day ago when I told you guys that is exactly what we expected the markets to do today. It was a great day for members inside your trading group. Some wonderful trading activity with the long early on the overall markets, and it was just a nice little move up to the upside to make that new all-time high. I told you guys yesterday on the live stream that I felt that yesterday's candle was a nice digestion candle, and I believe we're going to make a new all-time high today. You don't believe me? I don't care. Go back and watch the video. It's right here on this YouTube channel of the live stream that we did yesterday. And going into the rest of this week, I do think that we could see a little bit of a melt up, nothing crazy, but a little bit of a melt up, because what happens is a lot of people come through and they say, okay, well, it's going to be a slow week because Thanksgiving on Thursday, half a day on Friday. A lot of people don't even go to work on that Friday. And people think there's not going to be a lot of trading activities. There's not going to be a lot of actions. There's not going to be a lot of opportunity to make money. And they'd be dead wrong. Sometimes when you have a lot of direction in a market, and you get one of these like short holiday weeks that have really low liquidity, like a Memorial Day or a July 4th, or in this case, Thanksgiving, sometimes that lack of liquidity just means there is not anything that's standing in the way of the direction that the market is headed. And there's really just not a lot of selling pressure. And that's why you guys get this nice little push to the upside. And I think we're going to see something like that. Way to go, Randy. Randy said, I traded the SPY 4 times today, green on all 4 trades. Way to go, Randy. Great job, brother. Great job. Very nicely done. And, this is what we've been kind of talking about. We talked about it coming into this week. We talked about it Sunday evening when we went over. We talked about the live stream yesterday about getting this little bit of a melt up and this little bit of a float higher to new all-time highs. And you got it. Dow and the S&P new all-time highs today as this market rally continues. And I think that we can continue to see a little bit more of an upward rally and an upward move and a Santa Claus rally into the end of the year. But I do think that in the very, very near term, I think we're going to see the SPY 603, 604 by the end of this week as we just kind of float our way to the upside. It's not going to be, at least I don't think, it's not going to be like this massive momentum move. I just think it's going to be like this little floating stair step higher where the markets just kind of go like that. That's what I'm expecting here tomorrow and then again on Friday. All right. So that's what we got there. Crowdstrike today is the big earnings announcement, and it's kind of a dud. There's not really too much action here in the stock after CrowdStrike reported earnings of a top end bottom line beat, earnings per share 93 cents versus 81 cents, sales of 1.01 billion against 982 million was the analyst expectations. They see Q4 revenue of 1.03 to 1.035 billion versus 1.03 billion was the expectation. They see earnings per share of 84 to 86 cents. Analyst expectations are 86 cents. They see full year 25 revenue, 3.92 to 3.93 billion versus analyst expectations of 3.897. And the earnings per share, 374, 376. Analyst expectations of $3.63. So these are actually really good numbers. The company also addressed specifically that they had an incredible success retaining customers following that IT outage. So you guys remember this stock had a massive gap down and sold off so hard when they had that huge IT outage in July. So you can see the stock got absolutely pulverized there in July. And then what did we do? We bought the stock on August 5th in the long-term portfolio. We did. We bought the stock on August 5th in the long-term portfolio. And we bought everything on August 5th. August 5th, I came in. Was just a couple of days removed from the hospital. My daughter was just born. I had just gotten back from the hospital like 1 or 2 days prior. I think it was that Friday. either that Friday or Saturday, we got back from the hospital. And then Monday, that huge gap down with the Japanese yen carry trade blow up. And I just saw markets were down 10% from the high. I said, that's it. This is a great opportunity to step in and start to buy some stuff. And we just stepped in and bought all of our tech names. We bought Palo Alto. We bought Fortinet. We bought Crowdstrike. We bought Apple, Amazon, Meta, Microsoft, Amazon. We bought NVIDIA, bought AMD. We bought Broadcom. We bought Palantir. We bought Kava. We bought Chipotle. We bought Uber. What else? I know I'm missing some, but it was a big buy day for us on August 5th. And the thing about some of these, when you get like some of these news announcements in a stock like CrowdStrike, you got to say to yourself, okay, so CrowdStrike had this IT outage, right? And it wasn't that they were hacked. It'd be worse if a cybersecurity company was hacked, right? That would be worse. This was the company had an outage when they were pushing through an update, and they had an IT outage when they were pushing that update through. So yes, it was a mistake. Yes, there was an oversight. Yes, it was extremely damaging and cost their clients an astronomical amount of money. But I'm still very bullish on the future of cybersecurity. So I thought that sell-off was really a gift. For people that had not owned the stock. And I thought that I was a gift down there at $200 as the stock had just come from 400. You're talking about a 50% clip. The thing made a new all-time high in July of 400. And then by August 5th, literally 1 month, the stock fell 50%. So you went from 400 the first week of July to 200 the first week of August. Okay, I'll take that all day long. Now the stock's back to 350. So they're saying that they did a wonderful job of retaining customers following that IT outage. And that's one thing that people really wanted to hear from the companies on this earnings report was, what's the long-term impact of that outage that they experienced back in July? Is there a long-term impact? And this earnings report really shows the exact opposite of that, as they're raising guidance for Q4 and they're raising guidance for full year 2025. So that would insinuate that there really wasn't any big fallout from that IT outage, and that the company has a good enough service and a good enough product that they were able to retain all of those customers, which is good, right? I own 3 cybersecurity names in my long-term portfolio. They are CrowdStrike, Palo Alto is the other, and Fortinet. Okay, so those are the 3 cybersecurity names that make up my cybersecurity holdings. They've all done very, very well for us over the last couple of years, and I remain bullish on these names for the next several years. All right. What I would like to see here now with CrowdStrike, and I think you may, is a little bit of a consolidation phase. I actually don't think the stock is going to rip to a new all-time high right now after these earnings. But I do think that there is a tradable range now where you can find some real nice support down in the 320s if you were to get back down here. If you get back to this area, I would say that's a beautiful level that you can find some structure support, and then you can go ahead and take some longs in that spot. I think it's also a decent place where if you don't own any in your long-term portfolio and you want to take a little grab at it or a little snag at it, I think you can. I'll show you where I'm getting this level from. Well, here's the gap down from the IT outage, right? That's the gap down from the IT outage. And then you have this resistance, which is from the first week of October. And then you broke through that and you got that nice little rally. But then what you'll also see is, what's this? Well, this is the 50 and the 200-day moving average that both line up there. And that's about to give you a golden cross. And that golden cross, I think, is going to provide support and could give you a nice little move to the upside. I think you almost could have this setup here of what could be a very sloppy cup and handle. And that's one thing that I want to kind of point out to you. It could be, this is a very sloppy cup and handle, but cup and handles are continuation patterns and they form off of uptrends. So there's your uptrend. And then the thought here is, there is your cup, and then here would be your handle, and then there would be your breakout. All right, so that's kind of what I'm thinking about there with CrowdStrike. So there's your uptrend, there's the cup, and then now look for a handle to form there in the mid to low 300s, and then possibly a breakout into next year on a breakout there to an all-time high there for CrowdStrike. That's my thoughts. I'm a holder of this stock I will be holding this stock for many, many years. We started buying this thing in 2022. It's done very, very well. It's done very, very well for us. And we're going to keep that going, guys. All right. We're going to keep that one going. I like the cybersecurity names. That was really the only that was really the only major earnings report that we had there for today. So as I go back, and I'm just kind of going through to see, we had Workday. Workday was another one that had earnings. That stock's trading to the downside, getting beat up a little bit. It is down 9% now on the day. It's down actually more than that from the close, because we did close green, but the stock is really getting beaten up now. Earnings per share was a beat, $1.89 versus $1.76. Sales were a beat, $2.16 billion versus $2.13 billion. They revised their 25 subscription revenue outlook from $7.70 billion to $7.725 billion. They revised it down to $7.703 billion. So they did revise down. That's why the stock's getting beaten up right now. So they revised their full year subscription revenue down. And that is why you're getting Workday trading to the downside, down 9%, as they actually lowered guidance. And that's the exact opposite of what you guys want to see when these companies come out with their earnings reports. Always remember that the guidance is more important than the earnings release itself. Always remember that. Right now, you have a very strong double top in place on Workday. All right. And I do think that there could possibly be a little more downside here on Workday following these earnings. All right. That double top is firmly in play. So remember, it doesn't necessarily matter. Not to say it doesn't matter. It doesn't say that earnings don't matter, but guidance is way more important. The reason for that is because when a company reports its earnings, right, it's telling you what it's already done. The guidance is what the company's going to do. So if you're going to determine whether or not you want to buy or sell a stock, are you going to do it based on what the company's already done? Or are you going to do it based on what the company's going to do? When you buy a stock, it's because you believe that the company is going to be bigger, better, more profitable in the future than it is today. So that's why the guidance, you see a lot of different instances where a company, Workday is a perfect example, where they beat, top and bottom line beat. And you're like, what the hell? They beat their earnings. Why is the stock down? Well, the reason why the stock is down, because nobody necessarily cares that they beat their earnings from last quarter if the company says we're actually going to do worse next quarter. So anyone that owns the stock is going to say, okay, well, last quarter was better than what's going to happen next quarter. So why am I going to still own the stock if next quarter is going to be worse than it just was? So I'm going to sell it. And that's when you get stocks trade to the downside, down 9%, even though the company beat on their earnings expectations. And if you don't realize that, you might read the earnings headline and be like, what the hell? This is earnings beat, top and bottom line beat. Why is the stock down 9%? That's why. All right. So that is, that's Workday. Let me see if there's any others that have come through. Oh, yeah, Dell. Dell had earnings. This one's getting beaten up too. Dell's down 11%, guys. So let's go through Dell. They beat on earnings per share, 215 versus 205, and they also they missed on sales, 24.37 versus 24.65 billion. Miss there on sales. So Q3 revenue did miss estimates, and that's why that stock is trading to the downside. So they actually missed what everybody thought they were going to do for Q3. And that's why you're getting that stock is now getting beaten up a little bit. So not really many good earnings reports coming through here, guys. Autodesk is another one. ARWR, let's take a look at that one because that stock's getting that crap. Yeah, gave up that gap up today. I want to check ARWR because that had a big gap up today, but earnings came out and that's making it, working its way back to the downside. Last one is Autodesk, another one that's getting the crap kicked out of it. All these earnings, guys, all these earnings are down. Autodesk down 9.5%. I'll give you guys the numbers there on Autodesk. The top and bottom line beat, 217 versus 212, and 1.57 billion versus 1.562 billion expected. They appointed a new CFO. They see revenue for the fourth quarter, 1.62 to 1.638 billion versus 1.621 expected. They see earnings per share, $2.10 to $2.16 versus expectations of $2.12. They see full year 25. Why? Yeah, stock is trading. I don't know. I don't see anything on why the stock really should be trading down. They didn't miss on their guidance. They didn't miss on they beat their earnings. Their guidance is slightly above expectations for next year, 6.115 to 6.13 billion. When analyst expectations were 6.108, so kind of just above expectations for next year on the revenue front, and a top and bottom line beat. And then even if you just look forward to the next quarter, their guidance is also beat. 1.623 billion, 1.638 is the range. Analysts were expecting 1.621. So even with that, stock is still down 9% or 10%. I'll have to dive into their earnings a little bit more to see if there is, there's got to be something else, a reason why the stock is trading to the downside. But that's a pretty serious drop. Stock's down 10% now on what from the onset is not a bad earnings report. Maybe just a profit taking as the stock has gotten up to just massive resistance up here in the low 300s. You guys can see all this resistance from back here on Autodesk back from 2021. You ran up into that level, and then now maybe just some profit taking is kind of kicking in there back to the downside. But yeah, down 10% now, making fresh new lows as we sit here right now. So that's that, guys. That's kind of the earnings analysis that we've got cooking here. I do have to cut this live stream pretty short here today. I have a mentor session workshop that I'm hosting with some of my members that are part of my 6-month mentor program. I run a 6-month mentor program for serious traders that are looking to really take their trade to the next level, where I work, very closely and individually with a lot of members to help, make adjustments, identify their problems, fix those things. We have a session tonight at 5:45. So I do have to cut this live stream a little bit short. Before I do that, I'll take a couple of questions from people for the next 10 minutes or so. And before I do that, I will just remind everybody about the Black Friday sale. You guys can go right to ttgoffer.com. There's no coupon code required. Okay. You guys can get access to the membership for an entire year for $847. There's no additional fee or upcharge for anything that you see on ttgoffer.com. All of that's included in the $847. All of our courses, Benzinga Pro's newsfeed, Trading Views charts, the Trade Idea Scanner, Unusual Options Flow, or Unusual Options Activity, Options Flow, Dark Pool Data, 1,000 hours of a video library. We're covering different topics. I mean, everything on that page is included, guys. Go to ttgoffer.com. No coupon code required. And we do offer a double your money back guarantee, so you guys are aware. You join today, you pay $847. If you go through our courses, pass our quizzes, a 10-1 study group, and you're unable to make back your membership fee at least one time, we'll give you back not just the $847. We'll give you back $1,694. We'll give you back double what you paid for wasting your time. We can do that because our refund rate, it's actually less than 2%. Our retention rate amongst members is well into the 70%. So that's why we have no problem offering double your money back. The double your money back guarantee is right there on the checkout page. It's real. Go read it. So again, go to ttgoffer.com. No coupon code needed. The membership is normally over $2,000. You guys get a 61% discount now. $847 is the price. Text us with any questions. 1-888-621-2127. Again, that's 1-888-621-2127. Phone number is right down there at the bottom of your screen. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate. Text that number. We'll answer any questions or concerns that you guys have. With that being said, I will take a couple of questions from our viewers. If there's anything that you guys want me to cover, there's anything that you want to know, you want my opinion on a particular stock, now is the time to ask. Just type your questions right now, guys, in chat. Cisco with the song says, whoever is skeptical about joining this group, I can promise you that TGD is best damn group, hands down. You will not be disappointed at all. Cisco, I appreciate that, man. Thank you, Mike, for sharing with us all of these great live streams and the teaching benefits every day. Angel, it's my pleasure. It's my absolute pleasure. Nah, Eddie, I can't give you the Fed Minutes review today, brother, because I didn't even read the Fed Minutes today. I was busy with our development team. We're actually working on integrating some new data feeds into our AI tool. And for our AI tool to be able to read a lot of different without getting into too much detail about the data feeds, we solidified our partnership with the NASDAQ. So we're now getting direct feeds and institutional data feeds directly from the exchange. So we're integrating that into our AI tool so that it can analyze different pieces of data quickly to give you guys analysis and to help you with trading decisions. And I was working on that today. So I actually didn't have a chance even to read through the Fed minutes yet. Any other questions unrelated to Fed minutes? Can I look at the AI chart to see if that's an exhaustion gap from yesterday? Sure, brother. Oh, that could be. Yeah, that definitely. Where do we open up? Open up at 30. 30, that definitely could be, James. James, that definitely could be an exhaustion gap. Your support level is going to be down there around like 33.5 to 34 would be your support level. And you might get a little bit more, you might get a little bit of a deeper pullback into that area to kind of retest that prior breakout. You had, two little resistance points here. There's three major levels of resistance. Okay. Well, I call it four. Okay. The first one was this breakout. The first one you took out at first you see this descending wedge, right? See this descending wedge that I drew, right? That descending wedge was broken out of. And then when you broke out of the descending wedge, you took out the first resistance point. And all of these touches of that downtrend line on an ascending wedge, they're all resistance points. So when you break out of a descending wedge, every point that it touches that downtrend line is a resistance level. Okay. So that's how you can identify. Let me just delete these lines and I'll walk you through it literally one by one. I feel like it might be a little confusing if I have all the lines there. So here's your descending wedge, right? Descending wedges are bullish patterns. They're trend reversal patterns. Once you break out of the descending wedge, all of the touches, okay, all of the touches are resistance points of the downtrend line, okay? All of these are resistance points, okay? So what we'll do here is, so here you broke out of it, and then here's one resistance point. You broke that, and then the very next day it tested it and it became support, right? Then you broke above your next resistance point, and you extended to your next resistance point, and that's where the exhaustion gap occurred, and now you get your little bit of a pullback. So I do think that it is possible there, James, that you could get a little bit more of a pullback here, and then possibly bounce from there, okay? So I'd say maybe look right now, the stock's at 36. I'd say you look for like the 34 area for me. There maybe be some support. The 9 EMA would work itself up. And then this should be a confirmed breakout of that wedge. And you should get a bounce attempt once you fall back into those mid to low 30s on ticker symbol AI. No, John, I'm not. I am not. That's Adam has to do that. And Adam's not even here. I don't have the information for that. I'm sorry, John. Oh, tomorrow. Oh, did Adam say that, Angel? I'm sorry. So, John, I'm sorry, but see, it's been a crazy day. So I didn't even know this. So Adam must have already told people that the $500 giveaway, John, is going to be done tomorrow to lead us into the Thanksgiving Day holiday. So I do apologize for that, but that'll be tomorrow where we're giving away $500. Market outlook after the holiday, considering that we hit all-time highs. What is the next major catalyst? Honestly, Eddie, I think the major catalyst, brother, I think it's chasing performance. I think it's a lot of different hedge funds chasing performance because the market has now been up over 20% for 2 consecutive years. That is not common. I do not expect that next year, but you're going to have a lot of people, I think, chase performance. What I expect going into the end of the year, at least for the next couple of days, Eddie, I think that you're going to get a little bit of a melt up where there's not a lot of liquidity, there's not a lot of volume, but the momentum in the direction is clearly to the upside. And I think the markets will slowly but surely climb to these all-time highs and push above this 6,000 on the S&P. And just little by little, not like this massive breakout and rally, but this little stair step where it just seems like the market's floating away. That's what I think you're going to get these next couple of days. And then you might have a little bit of a pullback and a reset in early December, and then a Santa Claus rally into the end of the year as people chase performance and they pile into names that have done very, very well. That pushes the markets to new highs. And then you'll get profit taking in Q1. And I think Q1 is when, you get Q4 earnings The earnings are going to have to really deliver in order for us to continue to push in Q1. I think Q1, we get a pullback and a reset. Between January and March, I think there's going to be a pullback and a reset in the overall market. I don't think that it's going to be a crash. I just think there's going to be a pullback and a reset in 2025. And I'll talk more about that as we get deeper and closer to the end of the year. Okay. But that's it, guys. I do have to go. I got to get ready for my mentor session with all of our members. Again, if you guys are not members, go to ttgoffer.com, get the 61% discount on the membership. If you're wondering why you should get a membership, I'll just show you. Guys, members that are on the live stream, if you guys are making money, type the number 1. Very simple, right? If you're wondering why I should join True Trading Group, the answer is because our members actually do make money. And to prove that to you, members, go ahead and type the number 1 if you guys are making money with your trading group. Anyone that's on this live stream that's not yet a member and you're considering joining, there's your answer right there. These are your friends, your family members, and your coworkers. If they can do this, so can you. They are not luckier than you. They don't have more time than you. If they can do this, then so can you. Go to ttgoffer.com. No coupon code required. ttgoffer.com. Double your money back guarantee. I don't think you need it, but it's there for peace of mind. Okay. Text us with questions, 1-888-621-2127. Have a wonderful rest of your night. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the last live stream before Thanksgiving. And we will be doing a $500 giveaway tomorrow. My mentor session members, I'll see you guys in 30 minutes.